Up, Not Growing Old podcast.
We might never change the world, at least we've had our say.
Real talk about movies, music, politics, race, and religion.
Growing up, not growing old, the feeling is still the same.
Live from New York. It's the Growing Up, Not Growing Old podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Growing Up, Not Growing Old podcast. My name is Mike Russo, your host. With me again is David.
Hello, how are you doing, guys?
Are you trying to match my radio voice to your radio voice?
Yes, we're trying to get some sponsorship for the local strip club and
Fucking
the
legs.
dispensary.
There's got to be a legs around here somewhere. There's strip clubs named Legs everywhere.
How about on Long Island? I never heard of a strip club called Legs. I only know name of one.
One second.
I know name of one strip club on Long Island, maybe two. I think two. I've been to more, but I don't remember any of their names. Or those gossips in Farmingdale. Yeah, it's still around.
I think they changed their name, though.
Oh, maybe recently? That thing has been gossip since I was 17 years old. Is that Cocoa Pebbles? Fruity?
That's cat food.
Half fruit?
That's cat food.
Oh, cat fruit.
But I do have Fruity Pebbles.
Oh yeah, dude, all that stuff is so good, man. Every time I see a box of cereal, like kid cereal, I'm like, man, if I had some time, I would just stop what I'm doing, get a bowl, and just eat a bunch of Lucky Charms, you know?
I have, and if you look at my cereal, it's Frosted Flakes, Cinnamon Toast Crunch,
Oh man,
strawberry Frosted Flakes, and Fruity Pebbles.
that's a good lineup.
Yeah, because strawberry Frosted Flakes was a gamble, but it's really fucking good.
I don't think I've ever had that. So is it Frosted Flakes with then there's freeze dried strawberries in them?
Yeah, it's actually strawberry shake flavored.
Strawberry shake.
So the milk at the end is like a shake. It's so fucking good though.
But wait, is it there's bits of strawberry in
No.
it? Oh, it's just it looks like a pinkish kind of, is it all the flakes pinkish?
Yes.
Kind of? Okay, so it's like a strawberry flavored Frosted Flakes. The sugar is like strawberry flavored.
Yes, but it's fucking so good.
I thought it was like the Special K where they had Special K and then they had those
Those are actually good though.
Yeah, they're good. I've had them before. Even though they say Special K is kind of like a women's cereal. I don't know
Fuck
why.
that. I'll eat fucking anything.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Anything in that aisle, when I'm going to the grocery store and I see the cereals, I'm just like, oh man, I can buy the whole.
Do you want to do the hacky top 10 cereals? Ho ho.
Well, yeah,
we're,
sure.
We're Zany Podcast.
Okay, yeah, all right. You guys, you guys listening, put in the comments your top 5 cereals.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, man. That's tough. That'd be tough for me. It's always what I'm in the mood for, you know?
I don't care about the girl boy thing anymore. Like, if you do this, you're a girl. If you do that, this, that, and the other. I don't give a fuck. I had asked this one girl to eat my ass once, and she was, "Yo, that's kind of gay." I was like, "So, you gonna do it or not?" I don't care.
When did that become a thing, though? I feel like that.
For me or for the world?
Well,
I've been doing that shit since day one. I'm like the Uso brothers, day one.
Well, I ask people like that, when is that it's just a new thing? It's no, it's always been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. Is that you're just innocent, and only now, whatever point of that in your life, you're getting exposed to it. Like they say now, like women like to when they're being intimate, they like their not even choked out. They want your hand on their throat now.
Yeah,
but that's something that's a big thing now. I mean, I've heard of choking before, in theory, but now they just want. I feel like it's
in my life, it's always been a thing,
okay.
and I've been fucking since the 90s.
Virgin, so I gotta ask you about what that life's all about.
I've been fucking since the 90s, and that stuff's always been.
It's always been around. All that stuff.
I mean, unless I'm just with the freaks.
I think maybe
well, the thing
maybe
is,
you're a thought leader. Maybe you're a sex thought leader.
You're all my children now. No, this fucking there's if you're good, if you were good in school and you want to the stereotypical jock guy.
Yeah.
Those girls, I'm not sure are doing that shit.
Okay, so you think there's a certain type of girl?
I think there is.
But But I feel like now everyone's wanting it. It's like a new fad now.
Yeah,
but I
it
think
is.
it's because they're reading all this female porn. You know, like it's like the descriptive stories of like making like 50 Shades of Grey. That's like the most that genre of books is the most popular selling genre of books by like a nautical mile. It's like they're like 60% of like the book sales are that, especially now that there's ebooks. Because now you can download those books and no one will know. It's like a paperback where you're reading it on the cruise ship and people could see what you're reading. Now
everything
it's like all
becomes desensitized. I don't know if the word is desensitized or normalized, or everything becomes watered down. Like let's look at tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, you don't get tattoos. If you want to get a job, you don't get tattoos. If you want to be taken seriously, you don't get tattoos. Right. Now look, I wish I didn't have tattoos.
Yeah.
Because no tattoos is that now you're the rebel.
Yeah, I'm the rebel. See, that's why I was always like, nah. And I was always like, but you know what? It wasn't one of those things where getting a tattoo is like there's sort of like some friction around it in terms of like there's a whole setup. It's not like an impulse buy because you need to like go somewhere and at worst maybe you're inhibited because you get drunk one night. I think that's like a main thing I hear is like people get drunk one night in the city and there's a tattoo parlors like open up everywhere, and so they just like stumble in like, okay, I want a tattoo. But other than that, there's some thought and long-term stuff required. So like I never if it was easier to get a tattoo, maybe I would have gotten one at some point. But there's still some work involved, right? It's time. It's kind of expensive. It's like it's
expensive.
Yeah, and
especially if you want a good one.
Yeah, and then you got to find the person, and you got to set up an appointment. This guy's got to be free. So it's like, yeah. But you're right though. Now there's like, I feel like so many people.
I see women in the mall, like regular women.
Don't you think it's embarrassing?
With a sleeve full of tattoos, and I'm like, what the fuck world am I living in?
So even you're like, because you got a lot of tattoos, even you're like, this has gone too far.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Because you see like you're like in a doctor's office, so you go in and you see like the receptionist or even some like patient assistant or some nurse, and all of a sudden you see somewhere where there's exposed skin and there's like a tattoo. It kind of like kind of discourages you, right? A little bit, right?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't because I'm like, I don't know. I guess I'm part of that fold.
But you're not though, because you're not like a healthcare professional,
No, I mean like
you're like in the vulnerable position there, and now you're seeing someone, you're trusting your body with this group of people, and then one of them's just like all of a sudden it could be like the most innocuous, like a little flower over here, and all of a sudden you're like, I wish I did not have that, right?
No. What I mean is like I'm of the group of people that didn't care about what society said about tattoos.
But now you do though, apparently, because you're now like, it's gone. This is like too much.
Well, I don't know what society thinks. I think they think it's great. I think it's too much. Like it's become the norm. The thing that was people getting tattooed back in the day, they were the outcasts, the rebels.
Right.
You didn't want tattoos back in the day. So if I see a health practitioner with a tattoo, it doesn't bother me because I understand. But you wouldn't see that back in the day.
No, exactly. You
wouldn't see that back in the day. And I just think it's like when I see a regular mom with the kids with a full sleeve, I'm like, what the? It's crazy to me. It's just so strange.
And do you think that when people see your tattoos, like, oh, he probably got those tattoos like last week, and that kind of makes you pissed off, kind of?
No, I don't care.
You weren't like, oh, I was in it. Like these tattoos are like 30 years old. Like
no, I don't. No, I don't. They thought I don't have
care?
to. No, I don't give a fuck. I don't have to explain myself to anybody. But the thing you were saying about getting tattoos is easy. I remember when I was going through a bad breakup, and I don't know if you ever been through a bad breakup where it affects your whole body. Like it physically hurts. You can't get your mind off anything. It's all you can do is think about her, what happened, blah blah. So what I did, I just got up and a couple nights I went and got tattooed, and it made me feel better.
Oh, really?
But I didn't pick an artist. I didn't make an appointment. I just went in and got it.
I know a lot of people when they feel bad, they need to feel some sort of like pain, and it makes them feel bad. Is that kind of part of it, or?
Yeah, it helps.
It wasn't like psychology. Oh, I got this picture or whatever. It was just like the pain, the physical act, the pain is.
Yeah, whatever it was. After I got tattooed, and I went to this place, and I gave the guy $100, and he gave me a coin. Mm-hmm. And you put the coin in a machine, and whatever comes out, you get.
What?
It was called "You Get What You Get." So I was like, I don't care, just tattoo me, you know. And for that hour, and for the rest of that night. And even during the next day, I was sasatisfied. Like I was okay.
You felt like at peace and calm and all that.
Yeah,
wow.
Man. It was.
Do you remember which one it was?
This one right here.
Oh, it's not bad.
You get what you get.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I'm not that way. Like breakups, women breaking up, it never got to. It got to me mentally, but I never had what you had described. Because I know a lot of people who've told me that they've had that like that whole body like they're out of it and they're like in like a some kind of like weird it's not even trance because I think trance seems more mental. Like I've been in mental trances for a breakup, but like their whole body, like they can't eat and like they can't like sleep and all that. Like and it seems like it's honestly like the tougher the guy, the more they get affected by that. I feel like it seems that way. Because I'm a wimp and girl, I've never had like again I overthink it and like start to feel sad mentally, but I've been able to sleep like a baby still. I eat all my 3 meals. Work gets to me that way, though. Oddly enough,
oh
like
really?
If I get work problems, my whole I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't do anything. It's weird. I think people are just wired differently.
Oh yeah, I think definitely. Because like if we were all had the same reactions to everything,
Yeah, we're all.
it'd be a pretty fucking boring place.
And society would probably like crumble, right?
Yeah,
We're all,
I
like,
tell you what though, the not sleeping thing I never had a problem with.
yeah?
Whether it was like relationships, work,
Oh, yeah.
anxiety, all the letters DHD, MDD. I just fucking fall asleep
Oh,
quick.
good. I'm
I'm
the same
out
way.
quick.
Yeah, I have pretty good sleep patterns or habits. So even with all the Monster Energy you drink, you still like can get to bed
Yeah.
easily.
Well, sometimes I have to put the TV on to fall asleep because I
Uh-huh.
need noise.
Yeah,
But the
a lot of people
fucking
are like that.
when I was going through the breakup, I just watched back. So when I was going through the breakup, she took everything. The house, the TV, the bed. I didn't have a couch yet because we just moved in like 4 months earlier.
Yeah.
So all I was left with was a mattress that I got from somebody else and my laptop.
That's crazy.
So I was watching Back to the Future every night, and it helped, man. Back to the Future saved my ass.
That specific movie, or it could have been any movie.
That's specific. That's the one I put on, and that's the one that worked.
Wait,
for
so
whatever reason.
you'd watch the same part, or you watch like the whole trilogy, or like what do you do?
I would put it on until I fell asleep.
And there was something about that movie specific. You couldn't put on any other movie. You would have had a different. It would have had a. Or you didn't. You don't think anything of it.
I every other movie I put on, I would still think of her. I would just think of her.
What?
For whatever reason, Back to the Future was the one that clicked.
You think there's something about that movie in particular that's like that speaks to you?
I
Is that
don't
one of your
know.
favorite movies? It has to be.
I
your
love
one.
Back to the Future.
I love it also.
But if it was like that, I could put on The Godfather, I could put on Conan, I could
Yeah.
put on Day of the Dead, or whatever. But that, for some reason, that was the movie that got me through.
Well, that's a bad breakup if you're living together and then you have to like leave and then you don't have like, any physical thing. That's
I
like
started over. She took the dishwasher fluid. I mean, that's what am I saying? The dish soap.
Yeah, so was it a flute or was it a powder?
She took the dish soap, like to wash the dishes with.
The gel
Yeah.
that's on the top of the sink.
She took everything.
Yeah, and you're basically back to ground zero because all this stuff it's like small, like $10 here, $20 here, but then it adds up. You're like she stole thousands of dollars worth of stuff,
Yeah,
and then all your furniture and
I
all
mean,
this-
it was mostly hers.
Yeah.
Like the TV was hers, the bed was hers, because I threw my bed away once we moved in.
yeah,
But then, so I'm starting with nothing, with just an apartment.
yeah. Well, that's pretty rough.
The TV. I said, so luckily, my kid's mom's mom had a mattress in storage, and my kid's mom's sister had a bed, worked at a place where she can get me a cheap bed frame. So big shout out to them.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So that's where I started with a mattress, then the bed frame, then the couch came because the couch hadn't even come yet, and then I was rolling.
Yeah,
And that was the apartment. That was her actually. You met her.
yeah.
That was that
Oh,
girl.
That was your Yeah, you had a nice setup there, and then we call that zeroing out. I feel like it happens more to men than women because
There's a name for that.
yeah, zeroing out. Like you're just like back to square zero. Like everything's just your life is just it's like you hit the reset button. Like on
Yeah.
you're like it's like a video game. You just hit reset button and you're about to like bank accounts at zero. You have no place to live. You gotta slowly just piece together yourself. It could be a relationship. It could be work.
I
all
started
that.
over. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like it happens multiple times. In a lot of guys' lives. Like it's happened to me a bunch of times.
I remember one time. This is something totally different than what we're talking about. But I was at 7-Eleven, and I was
by
look-
here with a bum who's always in front.
Was he there now?
Was that it?
Was he there now?
No, I didn't
Oh.
go. I didn't go this time, but
because no, this was somewhere else. But
okay.
I wanted to get a Monster,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't have any money, so I was checking the seats for quarters, and my phone battery was dead, and I didn't have gas. Like everything was empty.
Everything falls apart, right? It's just like the Murphy's Law. Yeah, it's just like well, that's what happens. It's like everything just falls apart at the same time. It's a series of unfortunate events, and then that's how you get down to nothing. Like I was at the airport, I was waiting to pick up someone, and this guy, this is JFK, and this guy like he's an older guy, maybe like 50s, 60s, and he's wheeling his luggage, and he sees me, and he's put the window down. I'm like, all right, I put the window down. He's like, can I get $6 to take the train back home? And I was like, I don't know if I have any cash. I had $10. I'm like, here, take $10 and keep the change or whatever. But like, isn't that kind of crazy? He arrived at JFK. I guess he's going back home. He's got his bags with him. And he's like doesn't have enough money to get home.
How does that happen?
I have no idea. I'm not asking any questions. It could be a scam. If it was a scam, that's a pretty good scam because he had a bag with him and he's at the airport. So it's like he's kind of like selling me pretty well on it. I was like, dude, I've been there before. Whereas this is weird. You have to ask someone for like.
Oh,
it's
I hate that.
A weird thing. And you're just like, dude, it's not like what you think. It's just like everything happened wrong at the same time. And
yeah.
That's why I'm like, all right, here's $10. And I'm like, okay, either he scammed me, I'm out $10, not a big deal, or I saved his night.
Yeah.
You had to take the air train, I guess. The air train's like from JFK is like 7, 6. It's kind of crazy they make you pay for that. I don't know. It's just kind of weird.
The air train?
Yeah.
I've only taken it once.
It's feels kind of a pain,
it
right?
feels like it should be a free thing.
It should be free, right?
Yeah, I mean, you don't even have anyone driving a fucking thing. So what are you paying?
Yeah.
The maintenance?
Well, I mean, it's just the fact that like, okay, it's either you're coming home to New York, coming back home to New York, and it's just like, okay, now you got to take this like shuttle back to, Jamaica Station. From Jamaica Station, you're gonna have to like take another train to get back to the Manhattan or go back to Long Island. So like, okay, at that point maybe you should pay for a ticket once you're in Jamaica.
Yeah.
But it's just basically a shut. It's like going to Disney World and having to pay for that monorail thing that takes you from the parking lot to the.
That thing's free, right?
I'm pretty sure it's free, right?
Yeah, that thing's free.
Maybe now, who knows now? But before, I think I remember back in the day that used to be free. So I mean, either you're a resident and that should be free, or it's like you're a visitor coming in from, let's say, Europe. You're flying to JFK. And then it's like you're about to have a vacation in New York City, and you're about to spend thousands of dollars from the hotel and all that stuff, and they're gonna like charge you $6 for the stupid monorail train that gets you. Yeah, it's not. It's the thing. It's not even convenient because in Europe, when you land at the airport, there's a train that just takes you down to like downtown, wherever, Munich or Paris, right away. But free? I don't know if it's free or not, but at least it's like a direct train that's fast.
Right. Yeah.
It's not like you got to go to Jamaica. Like that's your welcome to New York. Here's Jamaica.
Now you're on your own, kid.
Yeah. It's like
you don't know how many fucking people I run into at that Jamaica train station that want like, how do I get here?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I don't work for the railroad. I work for the subway. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you get to fucking this from here. Someone actually, I forgot where they were going. I think they're going to Woodhaven.
That's where I used to live.
Not Woodhaven. Yeah, Woodhaven. And I was like, okay, you could take the railroad to Woodhaven.
I have no idea.
Not Woodhaven.
I don't even know.
What's that wood one up there?
Oh, I know what you're talking. Woodside.
Woodside.
That's one of the stops. Yeah.
So you could take the railroad to Woodside. You could take the train to Woodside. But I'm trying to go home, so I'm not thinking about which train goes where or which one to transfer. I'm like, yo, talk to that guy with the vest.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I'm trying to go home myself.
That guy with like that funny guy
with the red vest.
Yeah, the vest. That's like, oh my gosh,
they have to wear that shit still.
That's so funny. That's like, it's been hundreds of years later or decades later, they still wear that goofy.
Tickets, please. Tickets, please. And I'm wearing my uniform because I work for the subway. Yeah. It says MTA on it. So they think I'm with the railroad.
Yeah.
And they're asking me railroad questions, and I'm just like, I don't work for the railroad. So I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get rude about it. Like, excuse me, sir, I don't work for the railroad. And I hate doing that. But sometimes it just happens.
Yeah, well, if you don't know, you don't know what you're gonna do. Some people will, if they're asked a question and they don't know, they'll just give a wrong answer. Then they know it's the wrong answer. Some people do that because they'd rather give a wrong answer than in the moment seem like they don't know. For me, I learned like if I don't know, I'm like, okay, I don't know. Because part of my work that people ask me questions, I'm like, oh, that's a great question. Let me get back to you. That was always my thing.
Yo, so to speak on that a little bit, I was driving my train. I drive the J train. I was driving the train. I go to a stop. Someone knocks on my window. Hey, does the A train go to J Street? I was like, yeah, get on my train and get off of Fulton.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Because sometimes at night they reroute trains for construction.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, wait. Oh, fuck, the A train's not running.
Yeah.
What
do you do?
Do I tell him?
No.
So
He's probably long gone at that point.
So what I did was I eventually thought about it for a while because he had us change anything Chambers or Fulton Street. Was it even going to Fulton?
Yeah.
I don't remember, but I was like, "Oh, listen, I'm sorry, I gave you the wrong information. You got to catch the F train to J Street because the F is running over the A and the A is running." So sometimes I'll try to fix it if I can, but a lot of times they gave me the wrong information and I just let it ride.
I mean, eventually general directions I think are generally right for the most part.
Because I couldn't figure out the correct answer, so I
Yeah.
just let it ride.
Yeah, it's a tough. Like when I'm in the city, like I don't smoke, but I'll be in the office and I'll have to break. I'll take a break and have to go downstairs and go outside and just get some fresh air. And I'll be by the door. I think people think I'm like a doorman or so because I'm just like standing there and just like just staring in like the abyss.
Yeah.
And people will just come and stop me all the time and ask for directions. Like it happens like every time I'm out waiting for. Because they just see me. They think probably like some security guard or doorman because I'm like in a suit maybe, and then I'm just standing there just trying to like clear my head, and then people are like, "Oh, how do you get uptown?" or blah 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 blah. It happens like
You look like you have some authority, maybe.
yeah, I think that's what it is. I just think that like I know like everything about Manhattan, and I'm like, I can generally point people in the right direction or tell them how to get the information they want.
I could do it as long as there's a number attached.
Yeah.
When you asked me how to get to Vesey Street, I'm just like, I know it's down there somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
Generally,
go down.
Just keep on walking down there, and then after 10 minutes, just ask someone else.
Yeah,
and
that's it. Well, like back in the day, you'd be like, just follow those Twin Towers. Just use those and go towards that.
That used to be a good landmark back in the day.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they have the the new World Trade Center.
The Freedom Tower.
The Freedom Tower.
Which you can't see it as well as you see the Twin Towers.
Well, there's like because there's so many more new buildings in Manhattan now that's like
Where
everything
the
is
fuck
blocked.
are they finding all this space? I was
They
in the
don't.
city
They just
last
like
week.
they build up and up and up. That's why.
And I was in the city last week. I took my daughter to go see something, and fucking there's so many new buildings already.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like it was weird because when we were growing up, there was rarely a building that got built. I think after the Twin Towers, which was like the late 70s, I think it got built.
Yeah.
They didn't build anything up until after, I think, 9/11. That's when they started to think about it. And even then, it was like a decade after. I think it started happening in like the 2010s.
Yeah.
They started building like all these buildings. And now the skyline is like totally different than...
Even Long Island City.
Yeah.
Remember Long Island City just had that one Citibank building?
The Citibank building. Yeah,
And
I
that's
remember.
it?
Yeah. I worked there for a little bit in that building, and then they changed that. I think that building got bought by Altice, which was a company that bought Cablevision, and so they had that building for a while. But I think now someone else owns
It's a
that.
completely different skyline now.
Yeah, but then in Long Island City got big and popular and started building all these like residential skylines there, and so like skyscrapers there. And now you can't even see from Queens. You can't even see the city now because it's blocked by all this Long Island stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is crazy. But now like these iconic buildings like the the Empire State Building and like the Chrysler Building and all these, you can't even see them anymore because they're all blocked by other taller buildings.
I was in Williamsburg with my ex. We were like having like a little night out, getting some ice cream, we went down to the shore, to the docks or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know what you call that. It's not the docks. It's not not the boardwalk.
Water? You go by the water.
It's
That's what I call it.
Park View or something. But you couldn't see the Chrysler Building.
Yeah.
Because they built the building right there. Now, obviously, if you go up north, if you go south, you can see from a different angle. But I wasn't at that angle. I was here, and I wanted to see the Chrysler Building.
Well, it sucks because if you have like an apartment anywhere in that vicinity, you're like, oh, I have a nice view of this, and then all of a sudden now there's this new building that's totally blocking any type of view of the city you have. I'm like, I'd be pissed off if that was me, like you spend all this money and millions of dollars on an apartment,
and
now all of a sudden there's this giant building, and then you don't even have any sunlight, you don't have any view of the city, you have nothing. It's kind of crazy.
How were like my kids gonna live in this world where it's like $1,600 for a studio?
They gotta find a way to make $1,600. Where are you finding a studio for $1,600? Yeah, dude. I think a studio now is at least $4,000.
No, in the city maybe, not out here.
Yeah, in the city. Oh, here studios are even more. You can't get a studio for $1,600.
Yeah, you can.
Not Long Island.
Long Island. Yeah.
I think you have to know someone because I'm always online looking for seeing what the going rate for apartments are. I don't think you can find a studio for $1,600.
My last apartment was a studio for $1,600. That's why I brought up that number.
That was before COVID.
No, it was 4 years ago. That was the one in between that one and this one.
Oh yeah, but still, that was 4 years ago. I mean, dude, things have changed a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you can find any
it was huge,
decent studio for I would say 2,000, but maybe 1,800 you can find a studio.
That's
maybe,
crazy,
but I don't think you can, because I think you're gonna go find a studio for $1,800. If it's listed, you're gonna look at it and be like, I don't want to live here.
How the fuck is that possible?
I don't know.
How do you live? Like, what's the minimum wage? Is like what, $15 now or something?
Something like that.
How the fuck are
I
you
don't
gonna do that?
I don't know. I don't know how you live on your own and you can't do anything. Then you're gonna have like a. You're just gonna have like a. It's gonna be like you after you got kicked out. You're just gonna have like no bed, and like you're gonna have to borrow a bed from someone.
Yeah.
And then over the course of maybe half a decade, you're gonna have to like slowly build up enough earnings to buy like the things for a normal like apartment.
Yeah.
And that's assuming you'll never go on vacation. You'll never like that's really what the numbers are.
Can't
like,
buy a car.
Yeah. It's just
And
crazy.
you need a car in Long
Yeah.
Island.
Yeah, I mean, car insurance is really expensive now. Cars in general are expensive. You can't even get like a nice car under $30,000 now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be a crazy fucking world unless something happens where like they. What has to happen to make the cost of living match the wages like?
I feel like this is all just like gonna.
You're the economic part of this podcast.
All I know is that if you invest in anything, it just goes up. But you have to have money to invest, and no one has any money to invest. So I feel like it's a purposeful way to keep the rich people rich, and for everyone else just not to get ahead, and to scrape by. And the smallest little problem you have, any type of emergency, you break up, divorce, illness, accident,
Car breaks down.
whatever. Then all of a sudden you get zeroed out. You're back to like whatever.
Yeah.
And someone's collecting all the money from your mishap and misfortune.
Yeah.
And they're the ones who are getting rich.
Also, like, just for an example, I'm out of work on an injury. Disability, they want me to hand the paperwork in so I can get paid
Yeah.
44 days after the incident.
So you still haven't gotten paid yet?
I haven't gotten paid.
So what are you doing?
I'm fucking begging, borrowing, and stealing.
How's the selling going on for all the merchandise?
Not bad. It's a little slow, you know that?
Yeah, let me just finish this. 1 second.
Yeah, I'm fucking OCD. I don't like having shit around. But yeah, it's going all right. It's just slow. You know, obviously right now it's a slow time.
So, I mean, at least it's like summertime, so you kind of like hang outside or relax, right?
I sold a couple things this week. A couple VHSs, old VHSs, Maniac and Fire and Ice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Do you hear that website? My friend was talking about it before. It's called, like, I think, Whatnot or something like that. Have you heard of that?
That sounds familiar. What is it?
It's like a place where you can sell like memorabilia.
yeah,
and stuff like
I know that.
And they have like streaming and all that. And like, you should like start like a show like that there and like start to feature like the things you're trying to sell. I don't know. It seems like
Yeah, I've heard of something like that. Yeah, where it's almost like a live feed or something.
It's like a QVC for like everyone basically, or a home shopping network for like anyone who has stuff to sell, and you can like feature like the products and all that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I would have to have like a setup behind me, right? Have a nice setup, not like
Yeah.
a fucking window.
Well, you can get like one of those things like OBS or whatever, and just like have like a.
What is that? I heard of that too.
It's kind of like a video production thing. It's really easy. Everything's like drag and drop. You can put like a green screen and just like have a bunch of graphics behind you and like all the stuff you're selling and all that. Like,
And it's free, right?
yeah, it's free. Yeah, it's pretty easy to use. I mean, you just play around with it. and
But
see
a free
what you
software, it's not going to look that good.
No, it looks like really good. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all that stuff is like, I don't know. You can just do anything for very cheap now. So.
Where you come from, work or play?
Yeah, I had a work meeting in the Hamptons, which was it's like not even like what, it's like 50 miles away from here. It's not that long. It took me over 2 hours to get from the Hamptons to where you're at, which is like insane because again, it's like only like.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what's funny though? I took because I usually come, I live west of you, so usually I'm coming from the west to get to your house. But this is the first time I've ever came east to see you, and I went on Main Street. I don't know, West Main Street. Is that Babylon or is that, I don't know where that is.
It's actually, it's all of them have Main. That one road is Main Street all the way.
All the-
Babylon,
all the way
Bayshore,
down.
Islip,
It
Sayville.
Okay, so it crosses all those towns to get to.
Yeah.
I got off the highway and then I cut through Main Street. I'm like, damn, this place is like popping. There's all these like street fairs going on and all that. There's a lot of
Oh
people
yeah,
out.
even all the way down to Patchogue.
Yeah,
they
there's
have
a-
fucking shit.
There's a lot of stores and restaurants and people are out. I'm like, yeah, man, Long Island's nice, man. If you have enough money
Yeah.
to actually like pay for spend stuff and go out.
They
but-
actually have over here in Lindenhurst. They shut down that there's a big road called Wellwood Avenue. They shut that down. Have a street fair with food trucks and shit. They're doing this more and more. This has never happened when I was a kid over here.
Yeah, it seems like all these main streets are all like a lot more revitalized. I guess I think because like since COVID, a lot of people are like moving into the suburbs and like they kind of want like some type of town experience with restaurants and bars and not have to like go to New York City just to enjoy
also,
all that.
People want their town to be a community.
Yeah.
Like they want it to be like old school Brooklyn or old school Queens or something to have it's almost like manufacturing a culture. They're like they want it to be a neighborhood.
Well, I mean, that's how these towns eventually got set up to begin with. I mean, there was always a main street. It was just like I felt like it was probably like way before we were born. It was probably happening and then it just got run down. And now it's like it's coming.
They're revitalizing.
It's like everything's revitalized because like every main street in every one of these towns on Long Island, they seem like they're all like things are happening there now. Like a lot more foot traffic. There's a lot more stores opening up and all that. And I mean, it's good.
Even,
I guess.
even when I was a kid, we would go to Bayshore Main Street to go to the bars and shit, but it wasn't as busy as it is now.
Yeah.
Because now they have like the high end shit.
Yeah.
Like the classy shit.
Yeah.
We used to go to some place called the Penny Pub, and it's still fucking there. That place, a little dive bar in a corner.
I don't know if I've
right
been there
next
before.
to fucking all these fancy places.
What town is it?
Bayshore.
That's in Bayshore.
Yeah, it's called I think it's called the Penny Pub or some shit.
Penny Pincher Pub.
But I saw my friend Dominic I used to hang out with, who kind of just disappeared on me. He used to take me to all these fucking different fucking bars.
Yeah.
And he took me to one place in Kings Park, and I felt
Kings
like
Park. I don't think I've ever been to Kings Park in my life.
the Penny Pub was called.
The Penny Pincher Pub.
And did you ever see 48 Hours? That's the place right there.
I don't think so. Oh, that looks cool. Is that like a hay as a is the roof like made out of hay? That's what it look like.
Where'd it go?
Yeah,
I navigated down the block.
You press one thing and then the whole thing.
But
breaks. Oh, okay. It's kind of like a fake kind of like.
But anyway, so he took me to this place. You ever seen 48 Hours?
No, I actually don't think I have.
You've never seen 48 Hours. Why are you here right now? Why are you on my mic?
Everybody is like, have you ever seen this movie before? We're like, no. What was the other one? Heat. I've never seen Heat before. My friend wanted to punch me in the face when I told her I didn't want to see it. I've never seen Heat before. I'm like, I think all those movies are a little bit before my time. A little bit.
No. How old are you? 40?
44.
Not before your time at all.
What year did Heat come out? It sounds like an old
2000s?
movie.
I don't know.
Oh, really? Okay.
All right, let's bring it to the world machine.
So 48 Hours. Who's in that movie?
Eddie Murphy, Nick Nolte, classic. It's like the best movie ever.
I think you know what that movie was from.
Heat came out in 95.
Yeah, 95, dude. I was like 12 years old then, and then
So what?
that's a little bit before, like, and then.
But what I'm saying is, like,
when did 48 Hours come back?
81 maybe.
I wasn't even born then. I think I remember my older siblings getting it from Blockbusters and like, oh, we're gonna watch this. I remember it's not understanding.
But
what's
like
happening.
when I was 12
5
years old, I was watching movies from the 50s and 60s.
Oh, so same with me. But it was like, I'm like, if I'm 8 years old, I can't like jump in my car and go to Blockbuster and rent the car I want. I rent the movie I want to rent. It's like whatever my older siblings or my aunts or uncles, my dad, my parents would want to watch. So
How long was it before you had cable?
I was probably like in high school when we got cable.
Yeah, because I know it took a while for cable to come around.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of my friends had cable, and we never did. And a lot of people I grew up with did not have cable.
Yeah,
and they said that, and like they said, and like it wasn't because of like we didn't get cable because it was just too much money.
Did you have that?
No, that's a little bit before my time. I remember.
No, you're old, bro.
I remember seeing that at other people's houses before. That's the cable box, right? That's a cable. That's a remote control, basically, right? Yeah. I remember being at other people's houses and be like, oh man, this thing is so cool. But we didn't have it because my parents are Indian and we're cheap.
Was that right?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Other people didn't have it because they had money, but they never had cable because their parents were like, this stuff is going to rot your brain. Which they're probably right. They're 100% right about that.
They were 100% right.
Because I remember being over at my friend's house, and I remember people who had cable always acted a little. I always thought they were a little weird, the kids who had cable. And then when I went over to their house, I remember seeing Nickelodeon for the first time. and be like, dude, this is like really weird. I remember watching these television shows and being like, I felt uncomfortable watching it.
My friend used to watch Nickelodeon all the time before I knew what it was, and I was like, what is this green shit getting dumped on? I don't like this.
Yeah. I just felt like it was very like everything was a little bit too edgy. I remember thinking that, and I remember because we had no cable. We had like 4 channels, and there was like nothing for kids on any of the other channels except for PBS. So I grew up on PBS.
Sesame Street.
Yeah, Sesame Street, Rogers, Square One, all these like.
Where were you living when you were watching Sesame Street?
Like Roslyn area, yeah.
Right, because I remember when I was watching Sesame Street, I lived in Bensonhurst, and I felt like they were filming down the block.
Yeah, that's right. No, when I saw Sesame Street, I'm like, oh, that's what. Because when I would go to Queens or to the city, I'd be like, oh, this reminds me of Sesame Street, you know, like they're introducing me to like city culture, you know.
That's
like,
that's how it felt.
And everyone, the cast looked like all the human cast members. They're like, oh, those are the people like you know that like work with my parents. Like that's what it all seemed like.
Like they would be at the park and they'd be like, oh, that looks like the park down the block. Let me go fucking run down there.
So imagine like if you like lived in like flyover country and you're seeing Sesame Street, you're basically New York City's like in your living room right now. Yeah. But that stuff, I felt like it was wholesome and it was like very slow and it was just like even like watching cartoons on like regular television, like Disney, like DuckTales and all that, like that seemed like a lot different than the stuff that was on Nickelodeon, right? It just had a different,
well, I don't have a history with Nickelodeon. I never watched. The only time I watched Nickelodeon
you had cable, right? Didn't you?
But I didn't watch Nickelodeon. The only time I watched it is when my friends introduced me to Ren and Stimpy. That was the only time I watched it.
I thought that wasn't Ren and Stimpy on MTV? Oh no, it was on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
And so, did you like Ren and Stimpy?
Yeah, so you get stoned to watch Ren and Stimpy. It's fucking hilarious.
I remember like my friends were like, oh, you gotta watch the show Ren and Stimpy. Like, oh yeah, when we first got cable, I was like, okay. Can't wait! This is the moment of my life. I saw the first episode, my first episode of Ren and Stimpy. I'm like, this show is really stupid. Like, I don't know what's the big deal. This is not entertaining at all.
Oh, I love that show.
Because I was sober. I was a sober 13-year-old.
Do you remember Liquid Television on MTV?
I remember hearing about that. I may have seen it, but I don't remember. Isn't that just like is that late night and like music videos? Is that what it was?
No, it was. I think it was late night, but it was like a bunch of different kind of cartoons or like artistic things. Like there was one called The Head, where this guy would walk around he had a giant head, and there was like an alien in there. There was Aeon Flux.
I remember that. So that was like Adult Swim before Adult Swim, basically, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
There was the Max. They had the Max was on there. They had Joe's Apartment started there with the roaches.
I think I remember that. Joe's Apartment. I remember Aeon Flux, and I remember
Aeon Flux was awesome. I fucking love that cartoon. I actually I want to go see the whole thing. I've still never seen the whole thing because there was a bunch of episodes. And the main character was this badass chick, but she died all the time. And I'm like, what am I watching? Like, I need to watch the whole thing. I'm going back like 30 years. I still haven't watched it.
Yeah.
But then they made that movie with Charlize Theron and Aeon Flux. And I was like, oh, this looks fucking dumb.
It was like a live action?
Yeah. Flux with Charlize Theron, I think?
She was in the movie, right, we saw. She was in the Odyssey, right?
Yeah. Oh, you saw it?
Yeah. I told you I saw it yesterday.
Tell me about it.
You saw it, didn't you?
There's more people here than just me, so tell them about it.
But you saw it also, right?
I saw it.
Okay,
yeah.
I know you told me you were going to see it.
Give me your review. Not 1 out of 10.
I thought it was really good.
1 out of 10.
Like a 7.5, 8, maybe.
7. Oh, okay. I could deal with 8, but 7.5. Ugh.
You think that's low?
That's low.
You liked it a lot also?
I give it a 9.
Dude, it was funny because like before the movie came out, I heard all the stuff about how bad the movie was, how bad it was going to be. And I think I'm in some weird circles because all my friends are like, oh, it's woke. And like, all my friends are conservative. So they're like, oh, it's woke. It's all this and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, no one's even seen it yet. And they're sending me all these images and videos about how it's the worst movie ever. All these like YouTube video reviews and all this, screenshots from wherever. And then it comes out like opening weekend. I didn't see it opening weekend. But then everyone sees it. And then you get all the Rotten Tomato reviews come in. You know, they have like the 2 sections, right? It's like the critics review and then like the general audience. It was like like Christopher Nolan directed the movie. It was like the highest rated of his movies. It was like 98 critic review and 97% audience review. And so like basically everyone liked this movie.
It's a good fucking flick. I've took my son. He loved it.
Yeah. So like I don't understand where. And then I'm like, and I'm trying.
He's 15 and it's a 3-hour movie, and he loved it.
They're not wired to like. And it's like it's kind of like Christopher Nolan has a lot of serious type. It's like his movies are very serious and like they can be very dry, kind of like emotionally. It's not like watching like something that has like comic relief in it and all that, right?
Yeah, they're very serious, which I
Yeah.
like, and they usually fuck with time.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what it was, because it started off. He was Odysseus, who's played by Matt Damon, was on the island of Calypso, right? That's where it starts pretty much for the most part. In with Charlize Theron.
Oh,
who
she's
really
Calypso.
good. Yeah, she looks really good in that movie, right?
Yeah.
So and then he's forgetting what happened, because like he's on eating this lotus stuff and he's on these drugs and he forgot his past and all that, and she slowly remembers like what happened.
Yeah.
But like, did you ever read the poem in school?
No.
They assigned it to us.
It seems like I'm the only one who didn't read that in school.
Dude, it was so. It's funny because again, some of my friends are Greek, but they're like, oh, this I don't want to watch this movie because it's gonna do like the Homer who wrote the poem injustice. I was like, dude, this poem is like 2,000 years old, right? And it's just like, it's not that good.
Plus, they made a whole bunch of movies based on this
Exactly.
already.
And what, all those lived up to the original, but now Christopher Nolan, who's like one of the best directors, you think he's going to make it bad? Like, no, he's not going to make it bad. He's going to put some thought into it at least,
Yeah.
right? You might I had some issues with the movie. I have some issues with Christopher Nolan. Everyone's like, oh, you're a Christopher Nolan fanboy. I'm like, dude.
Well, here's the thing. It's either like you're either. This is what I hate about society. Oh, Man of Steel wasn't that bad. Oh, you're a Snyder lover.
Yeah.
Well, why can't I just like both of them?
Yeah.
I like Man of Steel and I like the new Superman.
Right.
I like Christopher Nolan movies.
Yeah.
Some of them I have an issue with.
Yeah.
Some of them I don't. Just because I liked Memento doesn't mean I'm a fucking Nolan
Yeah,
fan.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm like,
There is a middle area.
like, yeah, exactly. They're always like, for some reason, but Christopher Nolan, every time I try to say I like his movies, they're like, oh, you just like him because you're a fanboy. I'm like, dude, Steven Spielberg, I like all his movies. He doesn't really make bad movies, right? There's some movies I like more than others, but generally speaking, if he puts out a movie, it's probably going to be good, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with Martin Scorsese. You know, there's
Nolan's up there.
Yeah, every time they put out a movie, they're not gonna make it bad. You know, like I don't know. It's like he's not gonna go out of his way to make it bad. Again, some of them might exceed expectations. Some of them might disappoint a little bit. But generally speaking, they're gonna make sure that these movies are generally pretty good. You know.
Yeah.
And so like when I read the poem again, it's like I read the poem in high school. They're acting as if this is like, oh, this is the basis of Western civilization. This poem. I'm like, dude, no one's read this thing. Yeah. And the people who read it were forced, like me, they were forced to read it in high school. And again, it was just like, it's like reading the Bible. It's just like, okay, some interesting things happen. I could see how.
How did they speak in that thing?
In the movie?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you the 4 things that people have issues with.
Okay.
But tell me like what language they use in the book.
Exactly. So I'm assuming it was originally written in Greek, but when we read it in high school, we obviously didn't read it in Greek because we don't know Greek. We read it in English. Is there an issue with the audio?
No, I like to check it to make sure because I know sometimes you come back here.
Oh, okay.
And I want to make sure we can hear you.
So you dropped your phone. But so, yeah.
It's buzzing.
So that was the thing. What I thought was, okay, they're like, oh, well, they had issues with the casting, right?
Okay, so 1.
Uh-huh.
Elliot Page, transgender actor. 2, Lupita Nyong'o, black woman being Helena Troy. 3, the inaccurate armor. And 4, the way they spoke. Let's do it one at a time.
Okay.
One at a time.
All right.
Lupita Nyong'o. I have no problem with her being Helena Troy.
So I had an issue with it, but it was.
Oh, hello. Hi.
It was very like. It was like, oh, okay. I wish she looked, because Helena Troy was Greek, right? Obviously, if she's from Troy, so it was like, okay, she's obviously not Greek. I think she was a black woman, right? So it wasn't even like Egyptian, North African. It looked like she was like West African or
she
something.
Was like
really
Saharan,
dark.
West Saharan,
Yeah.
black.
So like, okay, I'm like, okay, I have an issue with that, but it was like she first of all, she wasn't even in the movie that long. She was like very, very briefly in the movie, and then it's like, okay, I can kind of look past it, you know. So that's not going to make or break the movie for me.
The thing with Helen of Troy is they went to war over her, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 1, that actress is fucking beautiful. She really is.
Yeah.
Number two, she doesn't look like any other female in that movie. She in that
That's
world
true.
that they created.
Yeah.
She's super exotic.
Yo, you're
so
right.
they would go to war for her. For those two reasons, I don't,
Yeah.
she's black and Greek, whatever. I understand that whole thing. Helen was white, but in this world he created, they would go. I would go to war for her.
No, you know what?
She was the most best-looking woman in there, outside of maybe Charlize Theron, and she was the most exotic woman looking in there.
No, you know what? Actually, that's actually a really good point.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know if they even described where her background was from, but if you're gonna go to war and literally gonna cause like basically a world war, because that was like the known world at the time, right? She would have to look so different that would cause pause to like, okay,
And I was looking at her on IMAX.
Yeah.
And her skin was like silk. It was so soft looking. Her skin was perfect.
Yeah.
Her features are perfect. She didn't look like anybody else. And I'm like, that was a good choice.
That's a good tip. I didn't even.
Clarissa, you can sit down if you want.
I didn't even think about that, but that is a good point. But again, for me, okay, maybe it's inaccurate, maybe it's not. But at the end of the day, this is a Greek play or a Greek poem. There's not in that whole movie. I don't think there was one single Greek person.
Yeah,
the
sit
movie,
over
right?
here. Yeah.
There wasn't, right? I don't think so. There was not one single Greek person. No one spoke in Greek. So I mean, none of it is accurate, like from that perspective, a casting perspective.
Hi, it's my friend David.
Hello,
Clarissa.
Good evening.
Take a seat right there. You don't want to be on camera, right?
I don't know how I look.
You look great.
You're not on camera, so don't worry about it.
You're our Helen of Troy for the night.
Okay.
Just make sure you're really not on camera. Okay, you're good. Also, there's a mic there if you want to chime in. Just pick it up and speak into it. It's not on right now. So.
Okay, so that was the first part. Again, I think neither of us had I had a slight issue. You had no issue.
No issue with
you
her.
Actually, kind of probably liked it.
I liked it.
So
yes.
okay, yeah. So yeah, we're fine with that then.
All right, so that's
Helen Page. Elliot Page.
How do you feel about him, her?
I think it was. I had no.
Talking about the Odyssey.
I kind of liked it because the way I saw it, in real life, Elliot Page is kind of like is very meek and like kind of pathetic kind of a person in real life.
Yeah.
And that character just seemed like that's who he or she was in that movie.
Yeah.
Like she was kind of like some kind of like basically like a fall guy. A fall guy.
Yeah.
So like you kind of feel bad for him or her or whatever, right?
Well, let's just say him for sake of
Okay,
argument.
him, yeah.
Do you think that?
Wait, hold on. Pick up that mic. Hold on.
Audio check.
Say something.
Check.
Hold on. Say something.
Yikes! Check.
That seemed like that worked.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay, go ahead. Speak into that mic.
Okay. Do you think that maybe that's a persona that she wants out there to be like this meek, mild woman? What
I think he wants to come off as tough. Like, I'm a tough man now.
Wait, you're thinking in the movie or in real life?
In real life.
Yeah, but she just seems like he seems like a mess. He seems like
100%.
I feel bad.
He's a mess.
He's a mess. I feel like now, and I feel like he was a lot more confident when he was a she. Ironically.
Yeah. I feel like because if you see him in like pictures and shit, he looks miserable.
Yeah.
He looked way better as like a female, like at least happier.
It's funny because like 10 years ago he was in the Christopher Nolan movie Inception as a girl, and she was like cute and like
I was gonna say that she was very attractive.
Yeah.
And as a man, she's
not confident as a man. She's confident as a woman. It doesn't make any sense.
And it's fucked up because like you see pictures of her like dressing like she thinks yes, please. She's dressing like a man thinks she should dress, like with like tank tops and boots and jeans with like big belt buckles.
Yeah. I mean, I think he was good in the movie, and I think he played the persona of like some like guy who's got killed for almost like no reason, or was kind of a hero, I guess, right? Because he took the place of the other guy who was supposed to be drafted into the army.
Oh,
right?
Pattinson?
Yeah, that guy was great. He's always good.
Yo,
every
he
movie.
was so fucking good in this movie. Played such a good fucking scumbag, Robert Pattinson.
Exactly. He's always good in those movies. I feel like every movie he's been in, he's been good, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes he's the hero, sometimes he's the bad guy, sometimes he's like the sidekick, and he's always good in everything he does.
And he was
looks
great
weird,
in Tenet.
Yeah, he was great in Tenet.
Excuse me.
And he was a sidekick in Tenet.
So Elliot Page, Lupita Nyong'o. I guess we're both on the same page with that.
Yeah. I think we're fine with that.
Elliot Page was a good actor. I'm getting caught up in this shit too. He did a good job.
Yeah, he did a good job in the movie. Again, he wasn't in it for that long either. So if you had an issue with him, her,
Yeah.
it's like, again, I feel like the people who had an issue with it, first of all, none of them even saw the movie.
Yeah.
They just didn't like the casting. But it's like, that's such a superficial reason not to like the movie. I'm like, okay, if everyone's casted correctly, would you have liked the movie? And like, they couldn't answer that because none of them saw the movie. The people who hated the movie didn't even see it. Everyone I know who saw the movie liked it.
Also, there was a rumor that he was playing Achilles. So that would have been an issue.
Yeah, but I mean, Achilles technically was never in the Odyssey.
They did mention him though. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Brought him in, right? So again, that was something that like people cared about, but dude, it's not even a big deal. It's like it's just a minor thing. It's like
I feel like if he was Achilles, that would be an issue.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, because Achilles was like the greatest, like one of the greatest, warriors.
And then here you have fucking Elliot Page, all fucking meager and skinny, looking like Gollum.
Yeah. And I think it for whatever his role was in that movie, it worked because he was just supposed to be like dying on purpose in many ways.
Yeah. So that was like, I think that was the problem where people were saying it was woke or whatever.
But there was nothing woke about the movie, though. Because if anything, it was the exact opposite. It was kind of like pro-West.
I think those are the two things that the people who haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Those are the two things that people were picking on.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the main thing was the casting, I think, more than anything else. And then, so what else was there that you thought?
Wait, I just want to ask, do you know who Lupita Nyong'o is?
Yeah, she's like.
That's right.
I thought you were shaking your head like.
No.
She's a dark skin, like Nigerian or African or something.
Yeah, so she's playing Helen of Troy.
Really?
And that's people's reaction. But when you see her in the movie, she's beautiful. She's like, she doesn't look like anybody else in the movie. And she's like, her skin is like fucking silk.
It's flawless.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Is she a known actress from before? I've never seen her before that movie.
Yeah,
I don't
she's
watch a lot of
pretty
movies,
well.
though.
Yeah, she's pretty well known.
What else? Has she been in any big things also?
She was in
What's that Marvel movie? The Marvel movie, Wakanda Forever.
Oh,
she was in
Black Panther.
I'm pretty sure she was in there.
Oh. Actually, I don't know where she's from. Yeah, you gotta look it up.
I never saw that movie.
I'm pretty sure she's in Star Wars though.
She was. I know she was definitely.
Which one?
The Force Awakens. Remember that? Did you see The Force Awakens?
I think
That creature with the big eyes
Uh-uh.
that they go for help. I think that's her.
I guess she wore like a lot of like makeup and.
I think it's just a voice.
Oh.
Yep, she was in Black
Okay.
Okay.
She was in.
Don't worry about that thing. It's gonna keep falling off.
Okay. A Quiet Place.
Never heard of it.
Oh yeah, you've seen that.
This is the one with the monsters you can't talk.
Yeah.
Never even heard of that.
What?
I haven't watched
Us?
any movies in like the last I watched like one movie every like 2 years. This is my quota. The Odyssey. It was 3 hours. So. Although every
Little
movie now
Monster.
is pretty
She was
long.
in Star Wars. You're right.
Star Wars, yeah.
Which one? The Force Awakens.
The Star Wars. You are correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was like the first of the.
What
new
was
three.
her big one though? The one before Star Wars. She was in like a big one.
Us. 12 Years a Slave.
That's the one. 12 Years a Slave.
I think I've seen that movie, but I don't remember anything from that movie.
I have not seen.
That's the one that made her big.
She must have been really young then.
I
That
guess.
was a long time ago. What year? That was like 2012. She said 2013. Yeah.
Okay,
2013.
so
That was a long time
now,
ago.
also, people having issues with the armor, which is fucking retarded.
I heard, that it was technically that armor was from like 500 years later. Which, dude, I don't know if that's what you're like, if that's what you're like having an issue with. First of all, good for you for picking that up, but for me, I would not.
It's a movie with fucking Cyclops in it, and you're gonna fucking complain about the armor?
So the movie takes place or the poem takes place in the Bronze Age.
The Bronx.
Right.
I thought you were gonna say the Bronx.
The Bronx. Yeah. It takes place there. Yeah. It's a real boogie in the Bronx. Yeah. Helen of Arthur Avenue.
Nah, Josh, that's Arthur Avenue's Italian. It's got to be Helena of Tremont.
Yeah, so we miscast her for
Helen of Kingsbridge.
She's not Italian. Yeah, so I mean that I heard about that also after I saw the movie. I'm like, dude, I don't care. I could not.
Agamemnon. How you say his name?
Agamemnon.
Agamemnon.
Yeah.
His armor is badass.
Look cool.
His armor looks so fucking cool.
Yeah.
He's like a fucking Terminator or something. Not like the robot, just like he looks like he's gonna go out and fucking fuck people up.
Well, and people are like, oh, stylistically, or like visually, the movie didn't look good, and the
fucking beautiful.
Achilles, what's it called? The
Achilles heel.
The movie with Brad Pitt that was like 10
Troy.
years ago. Troy was like, oh, this movie looks so much better, dude. When Troy came out, everyone hated that movie. Everyone kind of said
okay.
Everyone said it was a still stupid, silly movie, but now. Again, people who hate the Odyssey is like, oh, that movie was so much better than compared to this movie. Like, dude, you.
But again, what I saw online was Brad Pitt as Achilles next to Ellen Page as Achilles.
Yeah.
Whoever played Helen in that movie next to this Helen. That's
Yeah.
what people are dumb. Everything sucks.
But here's,
Everyone sucks.
I was not interested in the movie at all, but now I'm interested in it because of what you guys are saying. And
Good.
I,
We're selling. We should get a
yeah,
sales
you guys
commission.
should get some money.
Yeah, well, it's $30 to go
I
see
know,
these
it's
stupid
crazy.
movies. So.
And then do you remember reading the book in school?
I remember reading it. I barely remember much of it, but what I remembered, it was all in the movie. So it wasn't like, in my mind, it was fairly accurate.
Right.
And they put stuff in the movie that wasn't clearly not in the poem, like from a moral perspective or a meaning perspective. I don't know if you heard anything about that, but I thought it was all very interesting. I thought he makes you ask more questions after the movie.
Oh.
The questions I had reading the poem is the stuff that he put in the movie, which I think is good because then it gets people thinking.
Yeah, and also it's like why am I so fucking loud? Hold on.
Yeah, I can hear you from the. I can hear my voice.
Check.
In your headphones.
Check. Oh, that's right. Can you give me a check there?
Check. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, your mic is off. That's why. Go ahead.
Test. I can. Now it's loud.
Now you're good.
Is it too loud or no?
No, now it's good.
Okay.
There's a conversation that Odysseus has with Penelope at the end about the War of Troy.
Yeah.
That conversation is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
He's talking about the War of Troy from a different perspective, and it's the whole movie right there.
Yeah,
and if you look at it, it's like you kind of almost compare. Well, when I was watching it, I was comparing it to almost like Adam and Eve, where they say that's the original sin or whatever.
Yeah.
The thing that happened in Troy was going against Zeus's word. What do they call Zeus's word?
Zeus's law.
That was them not only breaking it, destroying Zeus's law.
Yeah.
And this became just a big sin of man. And that's
Yeah.
where shit started going downhill from there. Not just then, but from then, even though it was fake, but from then to now.
Well, it's funny you say that because that's one of the main issues that people who saw the movie had issues that they didn't like the movie for that reason.
Really?
Because again, that's not in the poem. But
what?
But that's the logical being in 2026, seeing this or hearing the story 2,000 years later. That's the natural gut reaction you should have, is because they're like, oh, does this make us look good or bad? I mean, it's Athens versus Troy. They're both Greek.
Yeah.
They're both places in Greek. So who's the good guy? Who's the bad guy? Is Athens the good state or is Troy the good state? And it's true because the Trojan horse, we all know, oh, that's a cool little trick, right?
Yeah.
But that was really just being a total betrayal of this trust of
total betrayal.
Yeah, so it's that kind of makes sense, It
went totally against the law that they all lived by.
The agreement, and then and that's what Matt Damon Odysseus says. We created a monster now because now we embolden all these other states to do the same thing, and we're next. They're going to come after us.
Exactly. People, I don't know how someone couldn't like that.
No, it was
great. I love that scene of him just talking. To her.
Yeah, I mean, it added some because when you read the poem, it's like reading the Bible. It's like it's all events. It's just facts and figures. This happened and that happened, but you're never getting a sense of who these people are as people.
Yeah.
But all these stops along the way, all these islands that they go to, all these monsters. It's all a big metaphor, right?
Yeah.
When he's at Calypso, when he's at Circe, they turned them all to pigs. It was like
Spoiler alert.
yeah, well. You could, I mean, again, this thing's been done so many times. It's 2,000 years old. If you're not gonna, it's not about the story. Again, it's not about the facts. It's about how it's being interpreted, right? So when you watch the movie, I think you're gonna enjoy it. Even if you read, like I read it in high school. I've seen a bunch of movies, like maybe 2 or 3 movies they've made about it, right? Because they had that one in the 50s or something. I saw that one, and then they had like a made-for-TV movie. I think I remember.
Starring Armando Asante.
yeah, that guy's awesome. Whatever happened to Armando Asante?
He stinks. That's what happened to him.
What? He's awesome.
Oh,
he's been in so many good movies. They had
name one.
There was that made-for-TV movie where it was about the Civil War, about the submarines that the South created. They were like the first. Dude, you could never make that movie now.
I'm sleeping just at the.
You could never. It was really good because it was like it made the South look good. Like, we had to create submarines. Like they were
really?
Yeah, they were the first submarines were created by the Confederates. And dude, you could never make that movie now in a million years because you can't make the South look good. They're like
that's
so.
dumb. Yeah.
Truly with 2 cinephiles.
What's up,
Truly.
sir?
Yeah, I mean, dude,
Well-
she knows more about. All my friends know a lot about movies. They're like encyclopedias. I've watched nothing.
guys
Once I got my
are-
license, I stopped watching television and movies. I'm like, I'm just gonna go out and
What are
cause
we?
mayhem.
Cinephiles.
Cinephiles.
Oh, all right. Yeah, well, you got to hang around him a little bit more. He just said he hasn't seen 48 Hours or Heat.
Neither have I.
Okay,
It's
see?
Did you never see 48 Hours, Eddie Murphy, Nick Nolte?
I know.
I
of
saw
but
it, like I saw scenes of it, like because I remember my siblings had it on. I was like 7 years old when the movie came out, so I didn't understand it, so I just tuned out.
I'm the elder statesman.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm the old man,
It's okay.
the old grumpy guy.
One of my friends was like, "Have you ever seen Back to the Future? Even tell me you have."
Yeah, of course.
I said no. I said no.
What?
He called.
He said he's seen it.
He called me right away, and I triggered him so badly. I knew if I just said no, he would get really
I
mad.
know like 9-year-olds who's seeing that.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
But
But I mean,
shout
come
out to
on.
Santa. But anyway, but I like how you guys are comparing it to biblical times and the Bible because, it's can be like you said, it can be interpreted in so many ways, just like the Bible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everybody has the way that they see it. So I appreciate that, and I really
Yeah.
now I have to go see it.
Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
like the movie, and again, it's basically like it's Homer through the eyes of I guess Christianity, because there's a concept of original sin, and I think a lot of Nolan's movies are like that, right? Because have you seen Oppenheimer?
I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, it was
I've
the same
seen
thing.
Oppenheimer. I've seen it only once.
It was kind of the same thing where they launched a nuke and but it was kind of like there's these negative ramifications of that,
Yeah.
And same thing with the Dark Knight movies, right? Remember Batman won when they made Harvey Dent look like the good guy, and then and they passed that law, and then that's
Yeah.
how the next movie starts off. It's like, there's a big lie or a big sin that was committed in the past. It's like a lot of his movies are like that. So I mean, this is another one that's kind of like that. But no, I think it raises a lot of good questions. I'm not a Nolan fanboy.
How do you feel about the way they spoke?
Again, people had issues with that because it seemed like they were mixing up different dialogue periods, different accents. Because sometimes they had American accents, sometimes there's a British accent.
Just watch the table.
Yeah, just
It's coming on the mic.
sometimes they had a Irish accent. Some of these guys, but no one had a European or Greek accent. And then the actual dialogue was
John
very
Bernthos talking like he's in from Jersey.
yeah. And then and then they're swearing and all that in some aspects. And then let's go home, boys. It's like they probably wouldn't have said that, in any.
Yeah.
But again, people had issues with that. Like, dude, I
It's a
don't
movie
care.
with a
Yeah.
cyclops.
Yeah.
Come the fuck on now. People always got to find something to complain about.
Yeah.
When they're looking for plot holes, I feel like they just want to find a reason not to like the
What
movie.
did you say? Did you say plot holes?
Plot holes, yeah.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, it's just when they're like, this doesn't make this scene compared to the next scene doesn't make sense. But every good movie has plot holes. It's all fake.
There's always gonna you can
Yeah.
if you look hard enough, you can always find something. There's not too many perfect movies. I think maybe The Thing is a perfect movie.
Wow. Okay.
The Thing is a perfect
I'm
movie.
trying to see if I saw The Thing. I don't remember if I did or not.
Oh my god.
I think it was.
I've never seen it.
I think
Oh my God.
I think my family rented it. It was in the 80s, right? That's an 80s movie also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we rented
82.
it. I don't remember any of
Wow.
it. Yeah.
The year,
That was the
too?
year I was born.
So I
I
think,
saw all the 3 Back to the Future movies. Let me just say that much.
Well, you can pass on part 3. Part 3 is fucking
Dude,
terrible.
you know what's funny? I don't like westerns. I liked part 3 a lot. I thought it was really nice.
Oh, really nice.
Yeah, no, I liked when Doc found his his wife at the end. I thought that was really sweet. I think it tied in it was a lot of continuity that was maintained, and it took the part 2, which I think might have been my favorite one. You probably don't like part 2, right?
No, I like part 2.
Oh, okay. So
I don't like part 3.
Part 3, again, I don't like western. By the way they matched all the storylines and tied it all up. I thought it was great. It could have been much worse.
I like that they put it together. I didn't see part 3. I've only seen 1 and 2, but now I'm gonna have to rewatch all of them.
Yeah.
So what do you not like about part 3?
It just sucks. It's just bad.
What about it though? What about you?
The whole Western thing is bad. ZZ Top being in it is
Oh,
bad.
That was the time, though, right?
Yeah.
Marty McFly's name is Clint Eastwood. Is
That's awesome.
bad.
But that was
Oh.
but wasn't he?
Doc being the center of the story.
So you didn't like when the part 1 when he said I'm Calvin Klein? You thought that was stupid?
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, look at your underwear. Oh, is this Calvin Klein? Yeah, my name is Calvin Klein. I'm like, that's hilarious.
But no, he didn't name himself Calvin Klein. She named
she's-
him Calvin Klein. He
Yeah.
didn't just correct her.
So you think that was stupid in part 1?
I think it was stupid. But in part 3, he named himself Clint Eastwood.
Yeah,
That was
that's
way
awesome.
worse.
Why? That's
It's
funny
just-
because
it's-
he can name himself that and no one would no
Very-
one would find out.
Very corny.
The whole series is corny though. That's what's good.
1 and 2 is not that corny.
Why is not 1 and 2 corny, but
wasn't-
3 is? I don't get it.
I was
It's
thinking
all
of the Western part. Wasn't that like the 80s? That was Three Amigos and those types of movies
Yeah.
were coming out. So I guess
There's a
it
lot
was
of
on,
Westerns, yeah.
on I guess brand or whatever they say.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess, but they really wanted to make a Western since like in part 1, even in the first one, there's hints at a Western.
yeah.
So I think they really wanted to make the Western, and they fucking failed miserably.
What do you feel? I like the movie though,
No, it's okay. You can like what you like.
and I like that I put actually thought into it. Okay, here I'm planning this out, not just like, oh, let's just make a bunch of money. Like you think that part?
Yeah.
You think part 3 was a money grab? I don't think so. I thought it was like very well put together.
No, they had to make part 2. Made too much money for them to not make part 3.
But I don't think it was a money grab. I thought they always had plans to
Well,
like, okay,
actually,
let's
you know
make a
what?
part 3.
They made 2 and 3 together. Now that I remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they made 2 and 3 together as like a continuous thing, like the way they did the Lord of the Rings.
I thought part 2. I thought all of them were really good.
Yeah, and you
And
know,
they're all good, and they're all similar in many ways, but they're all different in many ways. And I thought that's what made the whole 3 good. And it's very hard to make a trilogy that's all 3 parts are good. And I thought that was one of them.
well, to each his own. You know, I hate 3. You like 3. Everyone has their own opinions.
I'm a fanboy of part 3.
Oh boy.
Oh, now because you like.
I love all part 3s.
Now you're a fucking
Except for Spider-Man.
part 3 fucking stan now. But what about so those are the 4 things that I was thinking of that people were complaining about. Did you notice anything else about the Odyssey people complaining about?
Complaining about, yeah, I mean, what you said, again, the fact that it was this, most people had issues with the casting, I thought that's just very superficial, right? It's just like, well, you're just having a bone to pick with it for no reason.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people who didn't like it or who said that they're not going to watch it are all of like one political slant.
Yeah, that's
But
so
only a
it's
part
like,
of that political slant, you know. But literally everyone else liked the movie. The only people who didn't like it are the ones who didn't even see it, and they're like, I refuse to see it because Helena Troy is black and there's a trans person as playing some guy I don't even know his name. And like, it's
And
like, come on,
that's
so
like-
stupid.
That's how it is now. Like everything has to be all inclusive to everybody,
Right.
which is absolutely ridiculous.
But I was telling him also that there's like not a single Greek person in the whole movie, so it's just
But
like
no one's
why do you-
complaining about that.
Yeah, no one's complaining.
So,
There's no Greek
Because
person.
Greek people don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
and
Well, my
nor they
friend-
should.
one of my Greek friends like, I refuse to watch it. I'm like, he's like,
Did
oh,
you-
it's the basis of Western civilization. Like no one's even thought about that since high school when they were forced to read the book. So
If they
Yeah.
made a movie, what part of Indian are you?
what do you mean?
Are you India?
Yeah, I'm not like Native American.
No, I meant because Pakistan, all that shit.
Oh yeah,
So, like,
yeah.
if-
Well, that's a different country.
If they, well, I'm saying
I'm a
if
Pakistani Indian.
if they made a movie about the Great Divide, right? And they didn't put any Indians in there. Would you have a big problem with it?
No, wait, what movie? Great Divide.
What is it called? The Great Divide?
There was a divorce, not divorce.
You know, when Pakistan and India they broke off.
Pakistan,
Yeah.
Bangladesh, yeah.
I mean, I think that'd be
1970.
weird. I don't be like this. I think
Yeah,
it'd be funny.
it would definitely be weird.
If there's a movie about that and there's not a single Indian, I think that'd be hilarious. I'd want to watch it just to see how weird it would be.
Well, obviously you don't remember, but in the 70s and the 60s, when they had to make a Spanish person or a black person, they just made white people and put makeup on them, which is crazy.
John Wayne played Genghis Khan.
I believe it. It's
Well,
crazy.
did he have like makeup and wig and all that, or
I'm sure they
probably,
put makeup on.
yeah.
There was a lot.
Yeah, no. I guess the Great Divide or whatever it's called is a bad example because of the people of color and Greek people kind of aren't. Mm-hmm. So I guess you can get away with not using Greek people.
I mean,
Well,
some
then also
Greek
like
people,
in all the
they're different.
Shakespeare movies, all the women were played by men. I think in the plays, or all the men were played by women, something like that.
I heard something like that.
Yeah, so it's like, is that bad? Or especially in also all the Shakespeare plays, they took place in all these different countries, like Denmark and Italy. They didn't cast Italians or Danish people in any of those plays. They're all British
It's
people.
called.
Oh, that's awesome!
Show it to the
That's
camera.
great, dude. He looks good. That's a badass Genghis Khan.
It's
Good for
fucking
him.
Ridiculous.
What movie was that?
The Conqueror.
The
The Conqueror.
Conqueror.
Did you
Yeah.
see that?
No, I never saw it.
I never
But,
seen it all. That's hilarious.
It's acting. They're acting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but everything is such a big deal now. Why can't things just go back to the unfortunately, we can't go back to the way things were where, if that what he wanted to play him or they wanted him to be him, you couldn't. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I said, everything is all inclusive, and we have to make sure we're not offending this one and that
Yeah.
one. It's absolutely ridiculous. When is the line? When are we going to draw the line?
I see people going back and criticizing Carlito's Way because Al Pacino played a Puerto Rican.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah, he was good in it. He was good. I mean, the Scarface accent's a little over the top, but he did a good job.
Yeah. I mean, this movie, all the actors did a good job, and none of the casting was a big distraction. So, I didn't care. But again, people want to make it an issue,
Yeah.
which is I get it to some extent, but it's not going to make me not watch the movie. If I know it's good, everyone said it's really good, you got to check it out. I watch it, and it was good.
Yeah.
And all the things that they interpreted and did differently than the actual text, I liked a lot. So,
yeah, there was a couple scenes in the beginning where Tom Holland's acting was a little off, but he turned it around.
Yeah.
There's one scene where Tom Holland is looking at Odysseus, and he realizes who he is because he's dressed up like a bum, and there's a sparkle in his eye.
Yeah.
I don't know, how do you do that as an actor?
I mean,
it's
just
crazy.
You gotta keep your eyes open, don't blink, and then all of a sudden you start tearing up, right? That's what it is, I think, also, right?
All right, we're over an hour, so let's wrap it up.
Okay. One thing that was weird was that, again, I think, and this is an issue with the Christopher Nolan movies, that sometimes it's a little, the parts that should be emotional don't feel emotional because they're kind of rushing through the talking. Like when his dog died, I thought that'd be a little bit more of an
Spoiler alert.
emotional thing.
Yeah, well,
sorry.
it's all right.
But it's okay, he comes back and the dog as soon as he comes back, the dog dies. Okay, whatever. I would be, if I was Odysseus, I'd be bawling at least for
Yeah.
at least half a second.
No time.
No, Tom.
No time.
You gotta exact our revenge and all that.
You gotta do your thing.
And that's again, all his movies are kind of like that. So it's an issue with his style and all that. But I know what to expect. The same thing with Spielberg movie. I know how it's gonna look and feel.
Yeah.
And that opening scene when you see the horse, the Trojan horse, I'm like, oh, cool. This is gonna be. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, okay, cool. This is gonna be good because
Yeah.
it's the way it was just buried in the sand. It just
Yeah.
looks so cool, and they were all in the way
the
they
music is
interpreted
ramping
that.
up.
Yeah, I was like, okay, this is gonna be good. And the movie was 3 hours, but it went by quickly, right? So it always goes by quickly.
If a movie's 3 hours, but it doesn't feel like 3 hours, who gives a
Yeah.
fuck? The
Yeah.
Batman was 3 hours.
Titanic, 3
Yeah.
hours, but you felt that.
Oh,
That was
no, you already-
Not who gives a fuck if it.
I've never seen the Titanic.
If it went by quickly, then it was probably a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not just who doesn't matter. It's actually a sign that it was actually probably entertaining. If 3 hours won't feel like 3 hours.
Okay, eBay. Gungo Mike on eBay. Check out my shit. Go buy something from me. Dave, what you got?
We should make Gungo Pops.
What is that?
Like Funko Pops, but Gungo Pops. So you have
us?
one, I have one. Yeah, you have one also.
Yo,
Sell those. Those
I'm
sell
gonna
like
cut.
hotcakes.
I'm gonna cut that out of this because that's such a good idea.
Steal it, please.
Dave, you want to plug anything?
Nothing. Just go see the movie, I guess, and let us know what you think.
If you can get a ticket.
Yeah, that's crazy.
70 millimeters
I
is
saw
sold
it-
out for years.
I saw it.
Since last year.
I saw it yesterday, Wednesday at 11 a.m. It was sold out.
Yeah.
Crazy. And then
It's
they got
fucking-
70 millimeter in New York City. No, you're not going to be able to see
You-
that.
you
right?
can't get that.
You can't get that, right? So
They
yeah,
started selling tickets for the 70 millimeter last summer, and it was selling out.
maybe later in the summer. Maybe I'll be able to catch it. I don't know.
But also,
I don't know if I wanna see it again.
Hours, you could probably catch something with odd hours.
Hey, Clarissa, do you want to give a shout out or say plug your anything?
I have nothing to plug, but I want to give a shout out to Sienna. That's it.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Who's Sienna?
That's her daughter.
Oh, cool. One of my other friends just had a daughter named Sienna.
Oh, really?
Do you drive a Toyota Sienna?
I do not.
Oh, you
I
got
do
it.
not.
All right, later.
Thanks for checking out the Growing Up, Not Growing Old podcast. Find us on Twitter and Instagram at Gungo Podcast. That's Gungo Podcast. And listen to past episodes at gungo.podbean.com.